Another thing I did for this softer filament is just cutting this away, or just easily just opening up with the tool we all use all the time for printing, making print better. So up and ready it is. The cutter is open, so you have a little bit more airflow. You can add in the slicer also doing some things for making that better, like putting the idle temperature lower when you're not printing with this filament, so between print parts, so there is not that much heat coming from the nozzle going to the extruder part and staying cooler, and setting up an idle temperature about 70 degrees is, I think, too much. So I normally set it to 30 degrees as idle temperature. It's not that easy to set up, but it is possible. And then the printer will keep this fan running all the time when there is any action, and any action is also setting it to 30 degrees. So this fan will run at 100% all the time, so doing as much as cooling as possible. But of course keep in mind that the heat chamber in the Pro is getting hot, so with still 70 degrees air going through it, it will only cool to maximum a bit above 70 degrees, which is of course getting to the softening temperature of these filaments. So you might have to kind of drop your chamber temperature and have the PLA take in fan running. You can do it in starting G-codes. I have listed it already on Facebook, and I will make it the scripts available, the data available on my site too, or at least in the page on pages. So then it's easy to just set the temperature, and then it will run the cooling fan as a little bit extra when to control the temperature a bit better. At least at the layers when you are going to print with the TPU. So not in general, but when the TPU is getting loaded, then you start to take in fan, and then it will cool down the chamber a little bit at the height of your print. So your print bed can stay at the same temperature as you're printing, like 70 degrees, which I use normally for TPU, or 80 degrees, like it is standard in this printer, at least in the settings for this printer by FlashForge. And then you can just lower the part temperature, so when this printing is only cooling it at this level, and the other pieces stay level and on temperature, so you have no chance or less chance of warping on it. So I think that's a kind of a middle ground you can use. And at this time, of course, so here you have a lot, so of course here from this side you have a lot more lower temperature getting also to the nozzles, and with a bit of luck it will cool it down. And I think there should be some kind of better cooling system available at that spot, so that these heaters get a lower temperature already than what's getting from the chamber. But that's probably my personal view of the things that could be done.